Okay, so this is episode 1 of TatTestimony. My name's Drea. I'm the, what do you even call me? I thought of it. So this is just something I wanted to do to show love to the culture. I hope you want to be a part of the rest of it. I'd love to hear your stories about your tattoos because really I get to hear the best stories when I have my clients, but I can't tattoo everybody, so I just want to hear more stories. Don't think when you come on here that I have to be your tattoo artist. I just want to be here. I just want to listen to your testimony. Shit. I don't need to be nobody else. But yeah, tap in with your girl. Give us a follow, like, subscribe. Even if you don't have tattoos, hopefully these testimonies make you want to get one. Okay, so this here is a ski mask with a rose. The meaning behind it is basically like an honest thief. So basically what I would say is like how that connects to me is in a way, I know sometimes I'm wrong, but I gotta do what I gotta do. So an honest thief. I have manifest across my knuckles. I have it in one font that my cousin did the first time, and then my shopmate Portia, she did the final like look over them. So basically, we just like placed the stencil over top and tatted them there. This is the eye of a dragon. I got from my main tattoo artist, Real Ink Lord in Atlanta. Simply because I didn't have any space to put a full dragon, so I figured that'd be a good spacer for that. There's my Taurus symbol. That's my first tattoo I've ever did on myself. You know how that go. And then my LV, so everyone just thinks I got it for the brand, but really it just stands for fuck love. So yeah, that's what that is. I got another Taurus symbol because I'm just that much of one. I did have a Taurus piece about to start up under here. So this was like my practice sleeve when I first started tattooing. Has now turned into like a blackout. Here's me and my best friend's matching tattoo. Funny story because we went and got this like as soon as COVID opened up. So like the shops were just taking anything. Hers says no matter what, mine says no matter where, and we have the pinky. So of course I went first and he didn't do the nails. So these are supposed to be like red, like cute little red nails. You should see hers. Hers has everything correct, but he like made mine look like a man and a woman. But either way, it's still my favorite tat. These are coordinates of where I met my soulmate, but you guys would never know who that is. Drake is probably my most recent tattoo. It's a portrait, first portrait. It's really giving OVO. I do have like some scarring. It's not like my best portrait, and it's the reason why I don't necessarily favor portraits, because it's like give or take, like the smallest thing can happen to a portrait and it's like over with. Where we at? Okay, so this was a piece that I got done in New York. This is like my feminine superhero pop culture tattoo. I got done by Kyla at Black Ink Brooklyn. I basically drew the drawing myself and took it to her and had her do it, in her style. Really, it was just one of my little like ideas of trying to get into Black Ink Crew. I popped up there and, just to show my face, put it in the atmosphere. It's back when I lived in PA, so it was really only like a couple hours drive. I actually took the train to get this, and I took the train back the same night. But yeah, this is Storm, Wonder Woman, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Shira from Black Panther. I'm going to show you the back. I'll show you the Lauryn Hill. My shopmate, Snow from Harrisburg. This is another one of my practice tattoos I did on myself. It's giving like a 3D version of the ski mask. So it's still, giving the same thing. But here, these are some of my first tattoos. So these are, the main tattoo on this leg is the giraffe with this date here. So this is for my father. Giraffes are, the tallest, the overseers of the jungle. And I kind of like have my whole life themed as like a jungle. And then the owl. So the owl with the 2 roses as well. The owl is for my mother and it's her birthday. The owls are really just the wisest. So basically I have my mom as like, you know, my wise overseer, and then my dad as like the other overseer type shit. And then I filled in these. So these are from actual pictures of me and my siblings. So every little girl that's in these silhouettes or outlines is me. So this is Timmy. This is Andre, my brother. Fit them all in here. So here's Felicia, my sister. I'll stand up because it's a better angle. Baba, my grandfather. Greg, my brother. David, my brother. Shatia, my sister. Malcolm, my brother, and I even put his little face mole on there so you could tell that's him. And then Chris. But it's so crazy because when my family looks at these pictures, they know exactly what the picture looks like. Because these are from pictures from when I was younger. Another one from my main artist, Real Ink Lord. This is kind of like a 2-sided, really just like a vibe. This wasn't really like a super meaning to it, but I love lions and Black Panthers. And then, you know, I wanted to be girly, so he put a nice little woman in there. Back to the front. These are also one of my first tattoos. This is the Africa as my afro. And I believe he used my face as the reference here. This was before I even picked a theme for this, but Africa, you know, just does that. This here is like the tree of life to me. Well, life and death. So basically my meaning for putting this with my leg is my family is basically part of my life, but it's like until I die, you know? So this is my tree of life and death I also did on myself. This is another picture. This is the day I was born. So these are all my siblings plus my father and my mother holding me in the hospital room. So if I could show you this picture, you would be able to tell the difference, tell who's who and all of that. And then that's my grandfather, my pop there. Of course, family right across. I did this myself as well. And that's that leg. Onto the back. The back, this is probably one of my most recent too. So aesthetic is now my word. It's booty tat. So it used to be Tweety Bird. So you can actually, if you really look close, you can see the Tweety Bird there. I had my cousin cover that up because I kind of thought it was childish. And now it's just like a heart, but it's as if someone threw something through a piece of glass. And that's where all of those are coming from. This is my angel numbers. This little dot right here was done by accident from the tattoo artist who did this here. So this is a brain grenade, kind of self-explanatory. It's not as deep as you think it would be. It's really it's just like I've always got something on my mind type of shit. And it's like, all I gotta do is pull it, let it out. This little camera right here is actually done by my brother. He's not a tattoo artist, but he thought tattoos were so easy that I drew up a little tattoo for him to do on me. So that's something I'll never cover or move, but I just knew if I just put it randomly there, it'll fit with other shit. Speaking of brothers, another brother. I'm very much a brother's girl for sure. All my brothers are my protectors. So my closest brother, who people also would call me my twin, we got this matching tattoo when I was like 16. This says, a brother's love will forever follow you. Protect you. Okay, yeah. A brother's love will forever protect you, and his says a sister's love will always follow you. And then we got the matching wing. You can tell how small it is compared to like my arm literally used to be that small. Not that it's any bigger, but this here is probably one of my greatest pieces by one of my biggest inspirations, Swiss. He's from Harrisburg as well. He's tatted in Black Ink Crew, you know, he's in Atlanta now. But this personally was something that he chose to do. I gave him creative control. But for me to put a meaning behind it, the Japanese mask, I forget the name of it, but it basically represents what women used to wear to cover up all their femininity because they wanted to fit into where, you know, or basically show that they could do what men could do. So they would wear these masks to look like a man just to be able to do that. So it's kind of like okay, that kind of fits me. I feel like I could do any fucking thing. So, I feel like the way I carry myself is very co-ed. Okay, shoulder. Perseverance is probably one of my favorite tattoos and I'm glad I can see it. It's so crazy because like when I put my head down, it's in my peripheral, so I feel like it's a perfect placement for like when I'm down and shit, and just to remember that, you know, persevere through that shit, bitch. You can do it. That's just keep it short. These are with my sister, so I am a sister's girl too. So I'm the last girl out of 3. And then 3, you know, triangles, 3 sides. Self-explanatory. Oh, here another piece by my main tattoo artist, obviously, because he does the most on me. This was kind of like a free creative control type of thing we did as well. I just know I wanted something geometric, but also like African vibes. And then it also kind of has like a tie of Kobe Bryant in there. So like, it's just self-explanatory.
I see the mamba.
Down my spine, this is just a random tat I got done in college. It's a anchor, and then down my spine, you know. My other side, this is probably another one of my biggest tattoos. I went and got my first tattoo, and then this is my second one. So my first tattoo was like the size of a quarter, and this is what I went and got back like maybe a month later. I remember showing up to like practice after school, and my coach was like, "When did you get that?" Today. It's like, nah, yesterday. So this is a larkspur, I believe, my dad's flower in July. Of course, I got the cheetah, but this is actually my favorite animal, so it wasn't necessarily again, I ran track, so that's just
She thought she was fast.
Yeah.
She thought she was smoking in the 100.
Fast as fuck, boy. That's it on my back, right?
Yeah.
That's on my dad. Oh. No, yeah, so 1997. Obviously, self-explanatory, that's the year I was born. And then, of course, my neck tattoo. It's a very special piece to me that's unfinished, though, but I did think of the concept, and this was executed by another shopmate, Vaughn. It's just a tiara. It's for princess. That's just one of my nicknames growing up. And it's what I like to be, so, yeah. It's just placement was really hard for me to find for, like, a tiara, for it to get the full range of the wraparound idea. So this was the only place I could think to put it in. That's why I got it. Other than that, I would have never gotten a neck tattoo. Same with this here. It's really just when the placement means more, you just have to get it. So this is Sanskrit for breathe. And I just felt like this is exactly where like I needed it to be so it could, you know, I don't gotta get too deep into it, but I could get too deep into it. I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but can I do an outro?
You could definitely do an outro. 3, 2. So what's your next tat that you'll be getting?
I really want to get a face tattoo. It's hard to like decide what I want, but I think the only idea that I have for my face, I want to get the word evil, but I want it to spell live when I look in the mirror. So like, it'll really say live, but when people read it, it'll say evil, but it won't be as readable in the evil version. It'll be more readable in the live when I look at the mirror. So yeah. That's like self-explanatory. There's no direct meaning behind it. It's just really cool.
Your most painful tattoo?
My hand. This one specifically, I almost tapped out, and it was swollen for about 4 days straight. And I had to drive all the way back home from Atlanta to Texas like this, because I don't drive like that.
I know that shit burn. I know that shit burn.
I think that was just most painful from like start to finish. Like it hurt as soon as the needle hit till about 3 days later. But it came out my best tattoo.
I was going to ask what's your favorite.
For sure.
So that's your favorite?
Yeah. It's Lauryn Hill. It's my Lauryn Hill tat for sure. It's the most deep, like it's the deepest one for me because honestly, like, which is crazy, until I started getting into the music industry, I didn't understand how like music really could save people's lives. But like that specific album, like saved my life type shit. Like on so many different aspects, not just, you know, but yeah. Lauryn Hill's like, me and her like this and she don't even know it, which is crazy. I don't really have a favorite, but this is definitely like the one I get the compliments on the most. The one I look at the most, I see the most. For sure my favorite. But I have different favorites for different favorite reasons, so. Yeah, my favorite one to show is this one. Of course, again, the ski mask with the rose is the first tattoo I ever like actually did besides my little tourist thing. I did the same night. This is like my brand, so that's all, you know, that's how that go.